My name's Ken Brady.
My name is Quenisha.
My name is Rebecca.
My name is Adam Harold.
My name is Jack Todd.
My name is Jade Bennett.
My name is Lei Qing.
My name is Gina Datsa.
My name is Halima.
I chose NIS basically because I had already heard of its fantastic reputation. Fantastic facilities that were here, the collaborative nature of the teaching and learning that takes place.
After looking at a lot of schools in the region, a lot of the websites were promising a lot of things, and then when I sort of dug a little bit deeper and started looking at the pedagogy and the curriculum, NIS really stood out to me, just aligned with all my personal teaching philosophies and pedagogy.
My impression of NIS at the start was that it was a place that really valued growing and improving and making things better.
I think it's the NIS mission. I believe that NIS, its commitment, which is to foster a true inclusive learning environment for all. It's my personal value as well. That's how I view education should be.
When I was looking for a place where I could be implementing strategies that include everybody, this was the only place in China that I could feel that it would be a good fit for me.
The decision to choose NIS came down to the fact that as a teacher, when I come to school every day, I really want to feel like I'm doing right by my students. And that was something that really came through, was their commitment to inclusion and children's well-being.
The kids here know your name. They know who you are, they know what you do, they know your office, and they want to greet you, and then they come to your room and they give you little cards. There's not been any single day that I arrive to school and I don't want to be here.
I love being in my classroom. I find that the students are really responsive. If I'm excited about something, they get excited about something.
My first impression of NIS was everyone seemed really happy, and I was not used to that. People really enjoy working here. They really enjoy being part of this community. And it is such a strong sense of community that you feel straight away.
What I enjoy about working at NIS the most is the positivity of the people that I work with. There's such a wide range of experiences and knowledge bases that this place you can come into and learn something new every day.
The thing that I enjoy most about working here is the school spirit. Walking around, seeing everybody wanting to wear the NIS spirit wear, the jackets that you can get customized, and just the joy of being here as a student, as a parent, as an employee. Everyone has that same, I'm a part of this family. So again, that community woven in, and everybody loves it, the school spirit.
What's not like? It's NIS, it's welcoming, it's the people. The people make up the community, from the leadership team, to the faculties, to the colleagues, to the supporting staff, to the students. They make our community so welcoming. And I think the core of NIS is really about the inclusive learning environment. It's not just words, those are actions put into the plan. You can see from our campus, classrooms, you walk in the hallway, hearing students talk.
I remember when I first came in, every single alleyway that I turned down going, wow, and wow. As I walked past the indoor swimming pool, I went, wow. And then I walked into the huge library and I went, wow. And then I walked up the corridors past all the classrooms and I remember going, wow, wow. Everything just felt incredible.
Coming from a state-funded school in the UK, obviously facilities-wise, this is world-class, both inside and outside. Everything was really impressive, but in a way that it wasn't just for show and design. You could just see the opportunities. Even from the first visit, I felt really excited. There was a buzz.
There are so many things going on here that I believe that you can do pretty much everything.
Each teacher has a budget for professional development that they get to choose how they'd like to spend it. You can tailor the professional development to exactly what you feel you need as a teacher, and I think that's really special.
In the 2 years I've been here, I did a TED Talk. I spoke in 2 conferences, one national, one international. I was able to provide professional development for the whole staff. I was encouraged to present myself to a role of consultancy, which I got. I feel so empowered and I feel like I can do it all, and I'm actually doing it all, so it's just great.
I do believe that administration really respects teachers and the professionalism that they display in the classroom. You feel as though you can take risks. You're empowered to make decisions that are effective for your classroom, for your students in particular. There's no heavy-handed approach here. It's very much a collegial environment.
They trust teachers a lot here. You have a lot of freedom in terms of the way that you conduct your lessons and how you collaborate with teachers. Collaboration is a big part of what we need to do in the PYP especially, so there's lots and lots of opportunities to talk to other teachers.
We talk about students being more than numbers in the higher levels of secondary, but it's true all the way down, that they are involved in so many different aspects holistically in their learning. And especially true with our own kids. We see them being involved in service activities, volunteer activities, which is not something they had done before. So it was great for them to, in effect, burst the bubble.
Life in Nanjing with a family of 5 is exciting. There's lots of things to do. We're going to Purple Mountain, doing different hikes, different running trails. There's lots of parks, open spaces. It's very green here.
When I arrived here, I remember it was so gorgeous, a little hot, but gorgeous. The peacefulness of everything here was just a great transition for us because we were coming with fears and changes, and being here was just a relief.
The transition for me was fabulous. I came with my son. The support team that had helped with that transition made it completely smooth and seamless.
Once we got accepted into NIS, they were there to help us with all the orientation, getting settled, even down to the kids. They had the student ambassadors able to give them a school tour. We really appreciated the school support system getting us settled and ready to go on that first day of school.
My work-life balance has never been this great. I definitely feel like I'm living in an inclusive community here and I'm working in an inclusive space. We've had a lot of safe and brave conversations. We've done a lot of work around our Jedi strategies and our Jedi work.
I've really loved being a teacher here at NIS. It is without question, and I've been teaching for 25 years. It's the best school I've ever taught in.
I feel like since working at NIS, this has probably been the best teacher I think I've always wanted to be, but I've never been able to.
I think teachers should apply to NIS if they look at the mission and they see that it really resonates with them, because what I think is special about NIS is that we actually live our mission. So if you care about personal excellence, you care about creativity, you care about what you see in our mission, inclusion, that's what you're going to get here, and it's very true.